Kia ora, Tsunagoto, hello, and welcome back to another session of FTL. It has indeed been a while since my last FTL video, and this is also the first video that I'm making with 60 frames per second functionality, so this will be pretty fun. Let's see what we're doing today. Today, it is going to be the Stealth Cruiser Type B, as requested by you guys. So here it is. Built like a glass cannon, this ship is hard to handle. If its cloaking can keep it safe long enough to charge its weapon, few cruisers can withstand its might. Yes indeed, the DASR-12, the Stealth Cruiser Type B, the glass cannon as they described it, and in fact, let's go ahead and rename it as the glass cannon, because that's exactly what this guy is. So, the general gist of the Stealth B is that it has a giant weapon with very little defences. So it doesn't start with any shields as the main thing. The shields are what you use to deflect, or at least soak up, energy, energy shots or damage, basically. But we don't have that. Instead, we'll be using our cloaking to hopefully dodge them. Also, we have the glaive beam here, one of the most powerful weapons in the game, doing 3 damage per room hit, but it takes 25 seconds to charge up. Ugh. So, what other interesting things are there about this ship? It starts with less engine power than the Stealth Cruiser Type A, it has level 2 sensors, and it also has level 2 cloaking starting out as well. It starts with the long-range scanners augmentation, which allows you to see things that are sort of right next to you on adjacent beacons, which is really nice for avoiding hazards and suns and things like that, which we definitely want to make use of. So in order to unlock this guy, you need to complete 2 of these achievements right here. Bird of Prey, destroy a ship at full health during a single cloak in the Stealth Cruiser. Phase Shift, with the Stealth Cruiser, avoid 9 points of damage during a single cloak. This one is pretty easy if you can get to the flagship, and this one as well, also pretty easy to unlock with the Stealth B, but with the Stealth A, yeah, not very easy at all. And Tactical Approach, with the Stealth Cruiser, get to Sector 8 without jumping to a beacon with an environmental danger. So you basically need to get these 2 in order to get this ship. This one's really hard with the Stealth A. We probably might end up just not going for that one because it's pretty hard. Let's just take a quick look at that urban camo. That is pretty cool. For the DASR-12. Anyway, let's go ahead and rename these guys with a theme. Christopher Z. Sorry, that's not your name. Let's go ahead and name you as... I think we'll just call you Pyrex. I have a list right here of different types of glass, as you may expect. Manon, the girl. I do actually have a type of glass here called Tiffany. Is that a thing? I think so. And let's go ahead and rename our Zoltan as Zerodur. That sounds very Zoltan-y, but I think we'll just change our colour a bit. What about just nice lime green? Okay, so I think we're about ready here to get started with the run. We are of course playing on hard mode with AE content enabled. Let's go. Alright, the data we carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. We'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. Tip: weapons. You can queue up an attack before the weapon is charged. It will fire when it's charged. Yeah, that's something that we are definitely going to want to do with the glaive beam here because it has such a long charge time. I don't really want to waste any time with it at all. Let's go ahead and redistribute some of this power. And in particular, we're going to be moving our Zoltan and Tiffany. That's right, you're just a Zoltan. No, Zerodur and Tiffany. Because the Zoltan has the special power bar ability, which I do not want in the weapon because if the Zoltan leaves, the weapon turns off, and we want to keep that thing online. Oh yes we do. Alright, let's see what beacon map we got. It's not too bad. So I'm using a special mod here which gives me these numbers and lines. I forget what the mod is called exactly, unfortunately. I think it's called... I can't remember what it's called actually. But yeah, it's made by Fifth Horseman. The link is in the description, along with the name, because I will have remembered it by then during editing. Yeah, it's a really cool mod for just, you know, removing the confusion. For example, we can see we have 11 jumps for the exit. Okay, so where are we going to go? We can either go here, 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 or here, and I think we're not going to go there because that's a sun, which will ravage us because we have no shields. So let's go up here, I'd say, and then probably head down to that distress. Once you arrive, your screen lights up with warnings. A nearby pirate seems to have advanced hacking tools, and they've tried to shut down your engines. Your crew manages to keep them barely operational, and you move in to attack. It's the weapons system out of hell. Man, that is not what we wanted to see coming into our first fight here. But the Stealth Cruiser Type B, I would like to have both of those fire. Okay, that thing is definitely going to attack our weapons, so we have to cloak, unfortunately. That really sucks, because that BL2 has not fired yet. Let's line up the shot. Going through the weapons and hitting the oxygen. Thankfully that missed. Hopefully we'll be able to fire the glaive beam before the burst laser 2 comes in and does any damage. There we go. Thankfully we killed them. With the pirate ship destroyed, your ship system is restored to full functionality. We salvaged 3 fuel and 20 scrap from the debris. Oh man, that was a full 3 damage, unfortunately no evasions whatsoever. They probably got the helm first, which explains that. Right, that's those 2 repaired, but they need some healing, so head to the mid-bay, gents. The ladies can head back to the weapons room. Right, back to the ship, guys. And redistribute that power. 20 scrap, though, is pretty good. Alright, we have a ship up here. We could potentially go around here, but it's probably sort of an idea to make use of these nebulae. This mod doesn't take into account nebula sectors. You'll see what I mean once we get in there. But okay, let's head to this distress. See if we can help out somehow. You follow up the distress beacon to a tiny asteroid belt. You find a small ship struggling to maneuver through the field. Well, I have a beam weapon, so this works. They respond. Help! Our shields are down! We won't last long! Oh, okay. There is an event where you can use a beam weapon to cut them out. Okay, let's try and shield the ship with ours. This won't end well. Oh, maybe it will. You try your best, but one stray rock hits key structure in their ship. It breaks apart in front of your eyes. You salvage what you can before leaving, and try not to think about the lost crew. Instead, trying to think about the scrap that we got off of their dead bodies. Ugh. That's not what we wanted to see, but thankfully that leaves out of the nebula, and the exit is in a nebula. That's interesting. Let's go down here. Scrounge up a bit more scrap. See how we do. Scans show a remote settlement being blockaded by a pirate ship. The ship hastily messages you. Stay out of this or you'll be next. Concentrate fire on. Well, we're going to have to attack that pirate. It seems like a pretty typical ship. There's no drones or anything special about it, so let's just go for it. You asked for it. They pull away from the planet and move in to engage. Okay. I think we're going to do something like that. With our shot, it's pretty good. The reason that I attack the shields first is because through the shield, this will do 1 damage, or 2 damage. That will take the shield system down, and the rest of these will do a full 3 damage, guaranteeing the one-shot kill, basically. Okay, both of those are fired, so I'm going to go ahead and cloak now. Okay, they hit our cloaking, unfortunately. We'll have to live with that, but hopefully they won't attack us again. And the glaive beam is good to go. Now they did fire that thing, but that's alright, it won't do any damage. They don't look like they want to fight, they're trying to escape, but good luck with broken engines, guys. Down they go. You pick through the remains and contact the settlement. Gaining 3 fuel, 1 missile and 12 scrap, and the settlement says, with the pirates gone, you signal the station. We appreciate what you've done, but there'll just be another ship looking to profit from our isolation soon enough. Sorry we can't give you more, giving us 3 fuel, 2 missiles and 8 scrap, which is pretty good. But it's 2 scrap shy of priority numero uno. Cloaking. Yes, we definitely want to get cloaking up and running because that is going to allow us to basically give the glaive beam an extra 5 seconds to charge up, which is really powerful actually. That is really powerful. It's something that we want to have happen as soon as possible. Okay. Looks like the next sector that we're going to is a nebula beacon, so let's go. There's nothing here, so it's probably a nothing sector. A pirate ship arrives shortly after us, okay. Judging from the fact that it's attempting to avoid your ship, you assume that it's a smuggler trying to stay away from the beacons. Well, let's go ahead and attack that ship. You power up your weapons and prepare to engage. Okay. Let's go ahead and line up the glaive beam for that one-shot kill and redistribute our power. Right, now it's just a waiting game. Okay, both weapons are fired. That's going for the weapons or cloaking or something. We have to dodge this. Max evasion, go. That was going for the weapons. Okay, that was going for that room there, which isn't too bad, but let's get that back in there. Okay, the glaive beam should be able to finish these guys off without too much more trouble. They didn't look like they want to fight, and they're trying to escape. Okay. That doesn't work out for them because they're dead. You detect faint life signatures from an intact piece of the hull. They were transporting prisoners, and the sole survivor offers to join your crew as a first step on his path to get revenge. Phillips, the revenge engine. As well as obtaining 3 fuel, 1 drone part, and 9 scrap, which is enough for us to get level 3 cloaking. Well, where are we going to put you, guy? You're now our mobile engie man, but I think we'll probably put you on the helm. I mean the doors. So that'll give us stronger doors, and we don't want to put them on the sensors because we've already got pretty good sensors. Okay, let's go ahead and get that. So now that we can power level 3 sensors, I mean cloaking. Man, I'm thinking about the sensors all of a sudden. Okay, looks like the next jump we're going to is this way. Hopefully there's something cool here. I didn't rename Phillips. The Revenge Engie. It appears that an automated rebel scout was positioned within the nebula to warn of your passing. Oh dear. It starts to power up its FTL drive, and if it gets away, it will no doubt warn the fleet of our position. Well, we can't have that now, can we? References. Okay. Looks like that guy is... I'm trying to see where this guy's shooting. Probably over there somewhere. Don't aim for the weapons. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, he's not going for weapons. I basically have to shield myself whenever he's going for weapons. So let's go ahead and line up this shot. Unfortunately, it will take us 2 hits to kill the ship because we're not punching through the shields. Okay, let's get the let's get that fired up, ready to go. Okay, that looks like it's... This is about when we want to dodge right now, right when you see the thruster going on the beam drone as it's slowing down, and it looked like it was going for this area, so that was pretty much a good time to cloak for us, and that's going to allow the glaive beam to charge up and hopefully incapacitate these guys, and we will be able to come in for the second round. So both the missiles and the beam drone are offline, and the FTL drive has been delayed. Hopefully we'll be able to get in and finish the job before they get that thing repaired, which we should be able to do because it's an automated scout. Oh dear. There we go. Second shot kills them. The ship breaks apart and you feel relief in the knowledge that you will hopefully still be 1 step ahead of the fleet, giving us 2 fuel, 1 drone part, 1 missile rather, and 9 scrap. I still get a little bit confused about those icons. After all this time with AE, it's almost a year since AE came out actually. Guess I need to play some more FTL. Heal up Phillips. Oh, he doesn't have a station yet, so we'll set that up. There we go. Oh boy. Let's jump onwards. It looks like we're going out here. Hopefully we can find a store or something. Or hopefully someone is going to give us a bit of a weapon job, to be honest. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. Sensors indicate it's a storage vessel for military goods. We could attack the automated ship to get to the storage cache, or we could attempt a cloak to access the cache. Which we may honestly want to do because these guys are pretty dangerous. I think I am actually going to go for the cloak this time around. The ship patrols wide around the area, successfully approaching the station while avoiding detection. Thank you. The station is a storage site for military-grade weapons. You find one that can be easily attached to your ship. Fantastic! Now, see, this thing, it looks like it's a bigger weapon. It could have been a dual laser or even worse, a BL2. And they have hacking as well. If the hacking went for our weapons or cloaking, that's pretty much GG, basically. So, yeah, that was... I'm happy with that. And we also got ourselves... It's not the best weapon, but, I mean, it is something that we can sell at a store at least. Well, this is an ion storm, which I don't want to go through ideally, so the only other way to get to the exit would be through this guy right here, which means it looks like we're going up this way. Let's see if either of these is a store. Let's go! Hello, everybody. An especially well-armed pirate ship approaches. Hand over one of your crew members and the rest of you can go free unarmed. Well, no. We'll never surrender. Okay, let's go ahead and aim the shot. And it is time to unpause. And I think what I'm going to do is... Well, it's too late now, but I was gonna cloak before those things fired, but now they have fired, so... So the idea was... Okay, that's going for that. I'm gonna let that hit, but that's going for weapons, which I will have to dodge. We'll go ahead and get the NG repairing that. And thankfully that did miss. Well, let's get the NG up there. Oh man, I probably should have just cloaked both of those, to be honest. But, you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you wanna. We surrender! Take one of our slaves as tribute. If you destroy us, they'll all die anyway. They're offering us Brecken, the NG. We already have an NG, so... Surrender is not an option, guys. I would like your scrap. Down they go. The slave ship is destroyed. They won't continue the evil trade, but many lives were probably lost on that ship. That's fine by me. We gained 1 missile, 1 drone part, and 22 scrappy-dos, putting us up to 48. Really nice. Really nice. Get the oxygen charged up. Everybody back to stations. And while I remember, let's go ahead and rename Phillips to something a little more robotic. Probably going to go for Cetal as the next type of glass. Awesome. And let's get the power back where it wants to be. And one of these is thankfully a store. So I can sell off this firebomb probably. And hopefully they've got some sort of other weapon that we can get. Hopefully. Hopefully. Let's find out. Oh boy. A transmission from the nearby planet indicates an outpost below, which offers supplies to travelers. You send down a way party to check it out. Okay, they do have basic weapons, thank goodness. They've got a Bestlaser Mark 1, which is actually a really good weapon. The Ion Stunner, which is also a fantastic weapon for us, actually. See, both of these are actually really good. Like, really good. Let's just take a quick second to check the ship out. Okay, it's going to be 50 scrap to power that up. Well, I know one thing's for sure. We're going to sell off the firebomb. Because one of these weapons is better than the other. So that's going to be 50 scrap to charge up. Meaning that if we were going to get this, it would be 85 scrap before we could use it. Which would only be 12 more scrap. So like 1 fight. Whereas this would be 100 scrap. Which could again only be like 1 or 2 fights. I have to go with the Ion Stunner here, just because we're going to be more powerful faster, basically. You know, definitely within 1 fight, definitely 2. Whereas with this one it could be as many as 3 or 4, which is, it's too long. So we're going to have to go with the Ion Stunner here, and we're basically going to have to save the rest of our scrap to get this guy online, which is going to be another 50 scrap. Hopefully we'll be able to get it. Let's find out though. Oh boy. The only other ship of this beacon messages you. Finally, after months of waiting, someone has fallen into our trap. Ugh. Well, they've got 2 little weapons and I've got 1 giant one, so I know what I'm going to be doing with these guys. Wrecking their faces. Okay, I think what I want to do is cloak now? Do I want to cloak before they fire? I think I do actually. Let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully the glaive beam will actually be able to fire in time. I don't think so, but I feel more comfortable doing this for some reason. Hopefully we'll be able to get the weapons offline before they fire. That's the idea here. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL and it's trying to escape. Yes! It worked! They offer to give you some of their goods if you don't destroy their ship, giving us 3 fuel, 1 drone part, and 10 scrap. But that is not enough. I need 12. So down they go. The ship explodes, leaving behind 1 fuel, 1 drone part, and 15 scrap, which is enough! Which is enough to power this. Oh, unfortunately though, we're going to have to depower our cloak a little bit if we want to use it. Okay. Oh boy. Oh man. Such a stressful ship. How much power do we need? 20 scrap, okay. So all we need is 20 more scrap, and we'll be able to go. Okay, this is an exit. There's 3 jumps to go till the exit. 1, 2, 3, so we can go zip, zip, and zip. That's pretty much what we have to do. But at least we have the ion stunner now if we want to. Plus, it's also a buffer point in the weapons as well. You stumble across a forward scout of the rebel fleet. They're powering up the FTL, and if they get away, they will no doubt warn the fleet of our position. Not good, because I've got a fire beam, which is honestly not the worst thing in the world. He says as 2 fires are set up in the helm. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to have to line up our one-shot kill. Just like so. And where is that going? Okay, I'm going to cloak now. Let's do a 15-second cloak. The basic laser is fired and the mini-beam has not, which is pretty much the best time to do that. Helm is destroyed. Get that thing repaired ASAP. There we go. Evasion is back up. Get the NG back in there. And now it's just a waiting game for the glaive beam. Hopefully the glaive beam's going to go off before the cloaking finishes. Mini beam is offline, drone's offline. Yes! Ship breaks apart, and you're relieved to know that you're still 1 step ahead of the fleet, giving us 2 fuel, 1 missile, and 12 scrap. Oh man. Such a stressful ship, guys. I hope that it's coming across just how stressful it is, because at any moment, a stray piece of damage could come into your weapons and, you know, basically make it GG. Almost GG. Not good. Not good. And the cloaking is also an area that we really want to protect. We have 5 scrap short of getting that up, so we need to get that online as soon as possible. We should be able to do that on the next jump here. Okay. A missile shoots across your bow when the jump completes. Your scans quickly reveal a ship with pirate markings pursuing an unknown vessel. The pirate hails you. Damn it! We weren't expecting company! Stay out of this and you could profit. Okay, they're offering us 1 fuel, 1 drone part, and 7 scrap, which is enough to get our power online. But they are a pretty easy ship to take down. So I'm going to attack the pirate. The pirate ship stops its pursuit and locks weapons onto us. Yes, they do, and they're going to die for it. Let's go ahead and line up the shot. This should be able to attack 4 rooms. Yep, cool. And we're going to try and do the thing again where we cloak just before they fire, which is like right about now. Go. Cloak, and hopefully completely avoid damage altogether. Okay, come on, glaive beam. I know you can charge up faster than that. How is Tiffany's weapon experience going? We've fired the thing 8 times. Wow. Okay, well, the weapons are offline. Fine. Our previous offer was not generous enough. Let's improve it. It is now 5 fuel, 1 drone part, and 8 scrap, which is not that much better. Reject the offer and continue the assault. Bye-bye, pirate fighter. The pirate explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap, and when we go to examine the ship we just saved, upon closer inspection you realize the ship under attack was a rebel scout. It's too damaged to put up much of a fight. Well, we're almost near the exit here, so we're just going to go ahead and destroy and salvage the ship. We strip the ship of anything useful and leave its crew to hope help arrives, giving us 1 fuel, 1 drone part, and 7 scrap. The rebels are right behind us, so that's no real thing. Well, we could have potentially gone there and back, but you know, you're guaranteed to get something there, basically, is the thinking there, whereas we don't know what's at other beacons. So let's go ahead and get ourselves that power bar. And now now we can breathe, primarily. But yeah, we'll be able to take that out and put it in the ion stunner if necessary, which is really cool. Really cool. We can hurt people through multiple shields. Alright, time to go to the exit. Oh boy. This long-range beacon is almost hidden within nebula. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. And of course, because it's a nebula beacon, nothing is here. And there's nothing there, so I feel happy with what's happened there. Okay, we have 2 choices. We have a rock-controlled sector or a civilian sector. Well, we're probably going to have to go civilian to hope that we get more stores so that we can get ourselves shields. So let's go to that civilian sector. Hello. Welcome to a new sector. Get to the exit beacon and jump to the next sector before the rebels can catch you. Oh man. If you want to see, guys, if the rebels catch us, you're going to have to come back in the next episode of FTL. So thank you guys very much for watching this first part. I'm going to basically keep it down to 1 sector per episode now, because it's really grating on the voice just constantly talking over FTL. It's one of the reasons that I sort of stopped doing FTL for a while. But I'm really getting to like you guys, so I'm willing to go through the physical trauma of grainy voice to make these episodes for you. I basically need to take a break, and I'll be coming back in the next part of FTL on board the Stealth Cruiser Type B. We're starting to get pretty good here. Got some good systems. Let's see how far we can go. Thank you guys very much for watching. Kia kaha, and I'll see you in the next video.